welcome back to another episode of Late Entry, your favorite or soon-to-be favorite place for the hottest sports news, wildest viral content, and conversations guaranteed to make you laugh. I got my boy RBF Kyle with me tonight.
How's it going, everybody?
And your boy Double Dose, as always. Tonight we're going to get into some standout moments from the NBA draft, which is currently happening tonight. We're going to talk about a surprise topic that Kyle has about Stephen A. and me. We're going to give you our top 5 movies of the 2020s, and we're going to hit you with some all due disrespect, which we got for you, before we close out with funny posts. So yeah, thank you for hopping in. I know this is kind of the dead time of the year. Obviously, the draft is happening tonight, but then after that, basketball is over, no football yet. But we will be here strong for you all summer, giving you some interesting stuff to think about and ponder, and hopefully some laughs along the way. Now, Kyle and I are not the biggest college basketball fans, outside of like March Madness. So I'm not going to sit here and pretend like we know all the people that have got drafted and where they're going and all of that. But we just want to take you through. God damn, I can't talk. Restart the whole bitch. Right, the fucking.
Let's run a replay.
All right, so as it pertains to the draft, Kyle and I, neither one of us are the biggest college basketball fans outside of the March Madness. So we're not going to sit here and pretend like we know every single player that got drafted and where they're going and all of that. What we do want to do is give you some of the standout things to us that have happened so far during the draft. Starting off with the fact that every so often there are some names that pop up that I just think about for the players, and I can't believe that there is a poor kid out there whose name is Cedric Coward. Your last name is Coward, and you're a professional athlete. I know you've been killed for that your whole life. I know that people are. That's bad. Your only option at this point is to become a star.
Absolutely. That last name drove him to being a star right there.
Had to, because I can't imagine that. That's the type of last name that you take your wife's last name when you get married.
Yeah, like Rudy Gay. All right.
I'd rather be Rudy Gay. I'd rather be Rudy Gay than Cedric Coward, personally.
Yeah, true.
So then we've got Malika Andrews covering the draft. As he gets drafted, she's going to come on national TV and say the Trailblazers are drafting Colin Cowherd. Now, the player is Cedric Coward, not Cowherd.
That's
Coward.
Terrible.
Yes, and she said Colin Cowherd, like Fox Sports, like the herd Colin Cowherd.
You couldn't have picked a worse name. Yeah, exactly. Like a worse person to mix him up with for a basketball player.
I mean, I would rather be Colin Cowherd than be named Cedric Coward. So I guess there's that. Colin Cowherd he's one of the pundits I actually have some respect for. But all right,
I guess, but he's still putting up bricks on the basketball court if he's on anybody's team.
Now, on to the Utah Jazz. Ace Bailey, from my limited understanding of this, has done everything he could do to try to control where he was going in the draft, especially to not go to the Utah Jazz. Tonight, the Utah Jazz selected Ace Bailey. Furthermore, Walton Clayton Jr. was drafted by the Wizards and traded to the Utah Jazz. These poor brothers, man. There's not many places in the world that I think are, in the U.S., that I think are worse spots for black people. The Utah Jazz. It's a place I have no love for, and they have no love for me. That is a place that,
I mean,
what are you gonna say?
Those Mormon girls got a lot of love for you guys. Let me tell you. What do I mean by you guys? You know what I mean.
I don't know, man. I just know that you consistently hear about issues coming out of there, interactions between players between fans and the players. I've never really fucked with Utah or Salt Lake City or any of that. Yeah, so these poor brothers, I'm sorry. I can't imagine trying to not get drafted by the Jazz and winding up with the Jazz. But at least they got each other. The two of them probably going to make some noise next year. But
they got to sing that High School Musical song, man. We're all in this together.
You're going to get us copyright striked.
Oh, shit.
So, All right, so Walter Clayton Jr. gets traded from the Wizards to the Jazz. Uh, the Wizards have a nice little unction going on right now. That's why they had to trade him. They couldn't have fucked the unction up, bro. The Wizards just recently traded. Let me pull the actual thing up for this. They traded um, Jordan Poole, Sadiq Bey, and the number 40 pick for CJ McCollum, Kelly Olynyk, and a future second round pick. So now they've got on the Wizards, they have Chris Middleton, CJ McCollum, and Marcus Smart. That is the unction. That is the absolute unction. And I don't know why they would get rid of Walter Clayton Jr. My only thought is maybe they're tanking. But that fucking sucks for them, especially Chris Middleton, former
NBA champ.
thank you. That is the word I was looking for. Yeah. Out there.
Yeah, that sucks, man.
Yep.
Shout out to the family unction.
The family unction. I saw a tweet earlier today. I can't think of who it was, but it was like, this is the type of team that starts like 12-2 and finishes like 6-49. Like they got some nice pieces there with CJ and fucking Marcus Smart and what's the other dude's name?
Whoever the hell you just mentioned, the other unk.
Yep. Chris Middleton,
Chris
CJ
Middleton,
McCollum. Yeah. There we go. Yeah. See, they're already irrelevant. All right. Last thing that I have from the draft tonight is the Suns traded Charlotte. They traded them 2 firsts for Mark Williams. Now, that is the 29th pick and a 2029 first round pick. This is the same Mark Williams that failed the physical with the Lakers, and the Lakers rescinded the offer for. So this is going to mean one of two things. If Mark Williams balls out for the Suns, which obviously I hope he will because I'm not rooting on anyone's downfall, I'm never, ever going to forgive the Lakers for not putting a center with this team this year when the West I thought was wide open. Like, they definitely needed a center. Jackson Hayes was getting exposed by Rudy fucking Gobert, of all people, in the playoffs. I will never forgive the Lakers if Mark Williams balls out. But here's the puzzling part about this, and maybe this is them hedging their bets, because the Suns were like, all right, we need a center. So they got Mark Williams for 2 firsts, and then turned around and drafted a center at number 10 overall. So you've used 3 first-round picks on 2 centers in the same night. This is either going to be genius or it's going to be very stupid. The Suns have always made some questionable decisions. We'll see how this one turns out.
I agree completely. Yeah, this is very weird. That just leads me right into my side of things with Kaman Malawak, who got picked 10 overall. He's a center, and he got picked by the Suns. They showed it picked by the Rockets, even though that was apparently just like a formality thing. I still thought it was really weird that the NBA made him put the Rockets hat on, but, you know, formalities, right? Adam Silver has to cross his T's and dot his I's. But, yeah, I definitely think this is really weird for Phoenix that they traded up for a center. They traded, like you just said, they have 3 centers now from the first round, and we don't know what their team even looks like. I guess they got 3 shooting guards and 3 centers now. So
No, wait, 2 centers, right? They use
2 centers and 3 shooting guards.
They use 3 picks to get 2 centers.
3 picks to get 2 centers, and they have 3 shooting guards. Sorry.
Yes, yeah. Regardless,
so
your point stands.
maybe they'll fill the court with all 5 of them, and who knows? But I mean, Malawak, as much as I really want him to be great in this league, I really do. He's a big body with a bigger heart, and he really plays hard. He only averaged 8.5 points a game last year. He didn't get a ton of playing time. We don't know exactly what he is. I know he played on that South Sudan team that almost beat the USA team in the Olympics, but it's going to take some time for him to develop. Maybe that's why you bring in a Mark Williams who can barely even get on the court, apparently, according to the Lakers. But just to kind of, be a veteran, to give him the eyes for the court and what he's got to do going forward. But I really do have high hopes for him. They were kind of swept from beneath me when I saw that oh yeah, he's going to the Suns, not the Rockets. That's right. Once I realized that, I was kind of like, he's not going to play with KD next year. I'm a little sad about
Have
that.
you seen those
um,
videos of like people making barbecue and they have like, let's say like a rib for example, and they pick the rib bone up and then they shake it and the meat just falls off the bone?
yeah,
That's what they were
that's what
saying.
you think.
That's what they were saying. Mark Williams' knees were.
Damn, son.
That's what they were saying. Mark Williams' knees were. So
That could have just been LA fans on your algorithm, though. Who knows?
the LA fans
Who
wanted
knows?
him. Rob Palinka's the one that
That's
said,
hilarious.
"Nah."
No, I do. I wish Malawak luck. I really thought he would have spent another year in college to kind of become the face of Duke, but I think almost playing for that team, having a role on there with his attributes, it was like, get out of college now, go make your money, you know? So I respect that. Yeah, high hopes for him. Hopefully he and Devin Booker do something that Devin Booker's never done with a big man, and they find a connection.
What else you got from the draft? Is that it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool. You're doing the next topic.
I do. Oh, shit. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to Kyle's Topics. Today, I want to tell you guys that while our host here, our lovely host, has done a great job and has also made some terrible takes, like that the Pacers were frauds, that they would lose to the Knicks, that during the Nuggets versus OKC series, that he thought Shai might be fake. And meanwhile, in that same game, Shai went off in the fourth quarter and mounted a comeback against the Nuggets. Obviously, won that series and became an NBA champion and an NBA MVP. Now, while all of those talks might have been bullshit, I really want to show you guys the world's number one takes from about 10 to 15 years ago when he went on an all-time stinker. This is Stephen A. Smith predicting the finals winners from 2011 to 2015.
I'm picking the San Antonio Spurs to win this series. It's back-to-back titles for the Heat. Up against a great team. It takes a superstar to close the deal, baby. And it is time. It is apropos. It is perfect timing for LeBron James, King James, to show that he's got some Jordan-esque skills. I'm going with the Cavs. The Golden State Warriors are the 2015 NBA champions.
Yeah. So,
Do you know how crazy it is for me and Stephen A? Think about this. Every time he didn't pick Miami, then Miami won. As soon as he
that was
picked,
my note.
as soon as he picked Bron back-to-back years, Bron lost. And
He felt like he fumbled.
he flip-flopped the Spurs and the Heat too.
I know, dude. I know. He could not have been more off for 5 straight years. He could not have been more bullshit.
Hey, look.
Like,
even the best of us be wrong sometimes, you know. Look, for
absolutely.
most people, they say even a broken clock is right twice a day. But when you're as great as Spencer A and Stephen A, we're wrong twice a day. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I want all the hate comments down below.
Hey, look, I was wrong about the Pacers. I was not saying that I thought Shea was bad in general. I was questioning him a little bit during one of those games, during their playoff run against the Thunder. He answered the call. I was wrong there too. Look, I'm wrong sometimes. We're going to see how right I am come football season. Watch this.
Let's go. No, and Ed, that was my point. It was not to put you on blast necessarily. It was kind of fun to put that, to weasel that in there. But it shows that even the best of the best can be wrong a lot of times, and still get people to come and watch and come and tune in because they're entertaining and they got some stuff to talk about.
I'm glad you think I'm the best of the best.
That's what I'm saying. I'm comparing you to him. It ain't no fuss about it, man.
All right, brother. Let's get into these top 5 movies of the 2020s. So
Ooh.
we were talking before we started recording, and I will tell you when I do my list of what it was. But basically, had made a claim about I think this is like the best movie of the decade off the top of my head, and that's what prompted this idea. So Kyle, go ahead and give us yours. Start with 5.
Starting with 5.
Yeah.
All right, 5. Probably a little bit of recency bias here. I threw in Final Destination Bloodlines. Not necessarily the best cinematic experience per se, but like kept me on the edge of my seat. I love all the Final Destination movies because they bring in kind of like a ridiculous but somewhat like real way a person can die in a domino effect. And so, and I'm a horror movie junkie. My fiance is a horror movie junkie. That's made me even more so of one. So I'm putting them as number 5. Solid movie. The Monkey is next, also a horror movie. Actually, 3 of my 5 are horror movies.
Damn.
So The Monkey is a Stephen King film. Oh shit, sorry. And the Monkey is I'll get into my honorable mention after. Stephen King film with nostalgic thrills. Theo James kicks ass and he plays twins, and they just keep you on the edge of the seat the whole movie. Just really got a thrill with it and didn't see the ending coming until the ending. Red Rocket is a comedy movie about a washed up corn star who has to go back to his small town in Texas, and he has to refigure life out.
Did you
And
say
it's an
Corn
emotional
Star?
trip and a hilarious. He was a porn star. Yeah, I was for YouTube monetization, which we don't have. I was going to say corn.
Okay.
But it is an emotional trip on just a single 30-year-old man's life coming back to a small town, and it's just a hilarious watch. My number one movie, before I get to my number one movie, my honorable mention is Sinners with Michael B. Jordan and Josh Allen's girlfriend. That was a kick-ass movie. I really enjoyed it and thought there was a lot of really, really, really underrated actors in it. It didn't crack my top 5, but I really enjoyed it. The Invisible Man is my number one movie. It came out in 2020. It is a horror film about a woman who dates an incredibly rich and an incredibly abusive man. And it is the horrors of her trying to escape his dead spirit, so to speak. Anybody who hasn't seen it, go see it. Anybody who has seen it can agree with me. It is a wild movie, a wild ride, and really surprises you all the way through.
So run through us like in order. Don't do the descriptions, but just 5, 4, 3, 2. What are they?
Yep. 5, Final Destination. 4, The Monkey by Stephen King. 3, oh shit, I skipped 3. John Wick Chapter 4.
I
Not my
thought you
favorite
did.
John Wick. Yep. Not my favorite John Wick, but still, I'm a sucker for the series, so I had to throw him in there. Then 2 was Red Rocket, and number 1 was Invisible Man with Sinners as my honorable mention.
You know what's crazy?
What's that?
We're gonna be just as mad at each other. I'm mad at that list. I'm mad at your honorable mention, but you're gonna be mad at me. I haven't seen a single movie in your top 5.
Damn.
None of them.
That's crazy. You haven't seen any of the John? Well, you saw some John Wick.
I haven't
right?
seen 4. That's the only one I haven't seen.
All right. Hey, I ain't mad at you, but you should go watch them.
I'm not a big horror guy. I am planning on watching the John Wick one.
Okay, fair enough.
The Invisible Man.
I think Invisible Man is less of a horror and more of a
thriller,
like heart rate thriller. Yeah.
I remember when the trailers came out for that, and I planned on watching it, and it slipped my mind. Damn, that's crazy. I kept sitting here waiting to hear something I recognize.
I'll probably do the same thing. Don't worry.
Okay, so look, I have my 5. I also have an honorable mention and 2 duds. I want to get the duds out the way first. You can watch a movie and think that it's bad. Something along the lines of like Thor: Love and Thunder. You can think that that's a bad movie. However, these two duds I'm about to give you are movies that literally should never have been made and undermined the greatness of the franchises that they were added to. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Could have kept that one in the draft, bro. That movie was
Really?
awful. Did you not see it, or you?
That's like 70-year-old Harrison Ford.
Yes. I am a
Yeah.
huge Indiana Jones fan. I'm a huge Harrison Ford fan. Could have kept that shit in the draft, bro. That wasn't needed. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull ended the franchise up in a good way. First of all, we could have been done at just The Last Crusade. Literally named The Last Crusade. Could have ended there. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I know a lot of people didn't like it. I thought it was good. Could have ended it there. He had a whole family and everything like that. There was no reason for them to do what they did with Dial of Destiny. Just could have kept that shit in the drafts. But that is not nearly as bad as the other one that I have for you. The Matrix Resurrections is one of the worst movies I've ever seen before. It was awful. It was putrid. They should not have made it. And it completely fucked the entire rest of the trilogy. The Matrix trilogy is one of the best trilogies front to back that they've ever made in movies. And Resurrections just took a big, steamy shit on the whole franchise. It was absolutely awful. When that movie ended, I watched it with some of my friends. I was sitting here like, I don't want to be the hater and be like, I didn't like this. But I was kind of seeing what they were on. Everyone was looking to be the first person. They were like, so you didn't like that either? No, this movie was awful, bro. No, they should have never made that. I'm mad at Keanu for agreeing to come back. I'm mad at Carrie Ann Moss for agreeing to come back. I'm mad at the writers for making that movie. Everybody involved in the making of that movie should be fucking slapped at least once.
I agree. I did not think the movie was good. I felt like it was a bow tied up after the first three, 100%. Yeah, just never needed to happen. Like Toy Story 4, honestly. I don't know if that was in the 2020s, but never needed to happen. It was a good movie, but it never needed. That one, I guess, was at least a good movie, but it never needed to happen.
I mean, yeah, you could argue that any Toy Story after the second one didn't need to happen, but I thought they were all pretty good.
I think 3 really tied it in to like, okay, Andy's moving on with his life, so all of us kids that grew up with Andy should also move on with ours. And then they were like, all right, here's Toy Story 4.
That's fair.
I still like Toy Story 4, and I reluctantly went and saw it and still cried in the movie theater, but Forky's just that much of a king. I don't know. That movie did not need to happen. I guess bad comparison. But
no, I got you. It didn't need to happen, but it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Matrix Resurrections, you could argue because they talked at the end of the last Matrix about like maybe one day we'll see him again. It arguably could have happened, but the way they executed it was awful. Like they completely destroyed the entire rest of the franchise. I now don't even know what the fuck it's about. I don't know what happened. Like watching that movie, I'm like, so this was a dream? This was a video game? Did this happen? Did this not happen? What the hell was that?
Right.
Like
what is this, Ready Player One?
They put him back in the Matrix. Whatever that was, slop. Did not need it. My honorable mention. This is not necessarily a movie that is like heavy on the rewatch, but if you've never seen this before, if you don't know the story of Fred Hampton, you should definitely, I'm talking to all of our watchers, please check out Judas and the Black Messiah. That movie was incredible. It was.
I have been meaning to check that movie out for so long, dude. I saw it pop up. I was like, this is going to be on his top 5 for sure.
To the best of my knowledge, the movie is pretty historically accurate. You have great acting from Lakeith Stanfield, who always plays some kind of fucked up dude. Daniel Kaluuya, however you say his name, he's in it. Jesse Plemons is in it. Good actors, but the story itself, it's about the story of Fred Hampton, who was a Black Panther in Chicago, and what he was trying to do for the community, and basically how the government reacted to that. And I don't want to give away too much if you haven't seen it. It's a very good movie. It's a very good story. Not good as in happy story. It's a good story for everyone to know about. Definitely recommend watching Judas and the Black Messiah. Now, on a little bit of a lighter note, my 5 movies of the 2020s. At number 5, we've got The Batman. Robert Pattinson killed it as Batman. The movie was long as hell, but there wasn't really anything I would recommend cutting from it. It wasn't, to me, as good as like Dark Knight movies, but Dark Knight is like in my favorite movies of all time. This was still really good. I enjoyed it. We'll watch it again. Cannot wait for it was a number 1 too, so more are coming. I'm sure that's going to be hopefully something that gets better as they go on. I'm excited to see what number 2 looks like, but number 1, thought that was very good. Number 4, I know this is a little controversial one. Spider-Man No Way Home. Fantastic. I love the plot of it. I love the nostalgia, the throwbacks. People just said it was like cameo slop. I disagreed. I thought that was fantastic. I really appreciated seeing all the different characters that they tied in, both from the new Marvel, the old Marvel movies, or slash Sony movies. Thought that shit was chef's kiss. Loved it.
I completely forgot about that movie when picking my top 5. You son of a bitch.
Did you
Go ahead.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I loved that movie so much. Yeah.
Yep, I liked it.
I loved all the Spider-Man, but that one was like a perfect, like you said, chef's kiss. Yeah, that movie was great.
Number 3, Oppenheimer. That shit was fantastic. That was very, very good. The hype, it absolutely lived up to it. It was great. The visuals, the acting, the audio, the lack of audio when they first dropped the bomb in the movie. That was Martin Scorsese. Absolute cinema. Loved it.
No, that movie kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Once again, I'm questioning my top 5 again. Fuck. That was so, yeah. Fucking A. I didn't think about that one either.
It was great. The way that they showed the depth of him as a character and the things that were going on inside his head and the conflicts he had, but still going ahead and doing the mission, all of that. If you haven't seen Oppenheimer, fantastic movie. Plus, if you need any...
like when they showed the both point of views of like each conversation that happened and they flipped through the flashbacks, like they handled that perfectly.
And if you're not convinced yet to go see it, you do get to see Florence Pugh's titties, so just extra more reason to go see it. Number 2, and this was really, really close for me between 1 and 2. Really, really, really close. And it's hard to compare because I haven't seen my number 1 recently. So at number 2, we're putting Sinners. Cannot believe that you had that at number 5. Well, I can believe it. It hits a little bit harder for me then. But I thought that was fantastic. The movie is so fresh. There's nothing that I can say about this that you haven't heard before from somebody else doing a movie review. But Sinners, so good. The casting, the acting, the story, all of it, perfect. I really, really enjoyed that movie. All right. The top movie, the one that I said that I thought was the start of this whole thing, I said I thought it was the greatest movie of the decade when it had come out. This was also before Sinners came out, obviously, but thought this was great. So good, I saw it twice. Saw it once, had to go see it in IMAX afterwards. Dune 2. Dune 2 was fantastic. The build onto the first movie, the acting, the actors in it, the way that they shot it, the visuals, the storyline, everything had me on the edge of my seat the whole time. Absolutely loved it. If you have not seen Dune, go see Dune 1. It's a little slow at first, you get through it. Dune 2 is absolutely worth it. If you have not seen these movies, go see them. So we got, in order, honorable mention, Judas and the Black Messiah. Number 5, The Batman. Number 4, Spider-Man No Way Home. Number 3, Oppenheimer. Number 2, Sinners. And number 1, Dune 2. That's my top movies of 2020s.
I'm gonna have to hop on the bandwagon and go see Dune 2, but I can't imagine you're wrong.
It's good. Let me plug HBO. That's where you can see several of these. Judas and the Black Messiah on HBO. Pretty sure The Batman on HBO. Oppenheimer, it's a good chance that bitch is on HBO. Sinners
I think you might be
is
right.
coming out this week, I think, digital, probably on HBO. Dune 2, absolutely on HBO. HBO is they got
They're king.
they got the shit.
They're king. Apple TV's trying to compete with their TV shows, but HBO has that shit locked down.
Oh yeah, HBO is like low key the kings of everything. They've got all the
Yeah,
movies and they've got the
Mhm.
best TV shows. Like nothing. I feel like they have the cultural moment like TV shows, like the shows that like
Mhm.
everybody is like either seeing, watching, or is sitting down currently watching every Sunday when they come out. They're the home of The Sopranos. They're the home of Game of Thrones, the Game of Thrones spinoff, Euphoria. What else is there?
Gosh, I mean,
Curb Your Enthusiasm.
yep.
I
Shit.
want to
you're
say
right.
there was something else still too, but that's off the top of my head.
Well, and they've even claimed rights to past stuff too, like TBS stuff and things like that. They've claimed rights to them after the fact.
What
Yeah,
I just
they
mean straight like
kick
or their
ass.
originals, like you know what I mean. Their
Oh
originals,
yeah,
they've got the show that like everybody has seen or is watching. Fantastic.
no, they are king, 100%.
Yep. Hey, HBO, y'all should hit us with a sponsorship.
Tell me you don't want this podcast on HBO.
Hey,
every
look, we'll
week.
go with you wherever you're at. HBO Discovery, HBO Go, HBO Max, wherever you're at, we're here.
Regular Max, whatever you want to be.
How could I forget the most recent one, the one that we did for late reviews, bro? Motherfucking
Oh my gosh,
The Last of Us. Yeah. They've got it all. All right. Hit us with your all due disrespect. Who we disrespecting this episode?
All right, here we go. All due disrespect. The NFL offseason. I have all due disrespect for you guys. You guys keep making moves. You guys never let me forget about you. And you never let me bide my time until you come back into my life. Meanwhile, you keep my ass edging by playing Lions versus the 49ers on ESPN2 on a random Thursday night when I get home from work. I leave the TV on for my dog. I come home from work and I'm watching the Lions in the second half getting their ass beat by the 49ers. And all I want is football season back, dude. So how am I going to rebound from that with just watching my team get violated on every degree of what the sport is and I just, how am I gonna watch any other sport now? I just want to go and watch Lions training camp. Oh, guess what? Lions are freaking skipping off-season workouts because they're playing in the Hall of Fame game. Granted, I get to see my bench players play in July, but man, I am just missing football right now, and they are not doing a good job at making me get through, helping me get through this because they just keep providing new shit to my timeline, new shit to my freaking For You page, new shit to my YouTube shorts. What the fuck am I going to do to get away from the NFL? I can't. So now I just got to sit here and miss you. So all due disrespect to the NFL for making me miss you for not being here right now.
The NBA season has been over with for less than a week, and this motherfucker
I am depressed.
He is dropping a 10 things I hate about you list on the podcast.
I think it's been going on since even during the NBA playoffs, but once the playoffs were over, I was like, what do I do?
As much as you hear him saying, I hate you, I can almost see the tears. And if the NFL came and gave you a hug right now, you take him back in a second.
Oh my God.
Hit you in your DMs. Hey, are you up? You watching the videos right now?
Dude, I'd be crying and I'd be like, I love you, Dad.
Hey, look, man, we're going to have our days in the sun very soon. It's not that long until football season's back. And we'll be here for it. All right.
What you got?
I've got two.
Two disrespect.
I've got two because I had one and then I thought of another one. So I gotta get these both off my chest. In a serious note, actually, they're both serious. The first one, people that are hating on Ironheart. The shit just dropped last night. It's the movie you probably didn't fucking see. Did you see fucking Wakanda Forever?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, you remember the black girl that made like the Iron Man suit?
Oh, yes.
They made a
yes,
TV
yes,
show
yes.
about it, right?
Okay.
It's cool as fuck. They dropped 3 episodes last night. I watched them. They were fucking great. You know what I mean? It's a TV. I would say it's one of the better things that Marvel has done recently. I'm invested. I want to see what happens next. People are review bombing it without watching it simply because it's a black girl as the lead.
Sheesh.
And
Is that just Twitter or is that like everywhere?
no, like Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yep. I'm tired of this shit happening, man. Like at some point, people have to accept if you're gonna be miserable, a miserable prick, just go be a miserable prick in your own life. Stop spreading that everywhere else. The characters that we have loved for 10 years, they're fucking gone, nigga. They're dead. Iron Man is dead. Steve Rogers went back in time, became old. They're not coming back. At least in this, in what we know them as. You know what I mean? Who knows what's going to happen in Secret Wars? Obviously, Robert Downey's coming back as Doctor Doom. But as far as the characters go, let that shit go, bro. We don't need to hear about it just because you're mad that a black dude is the new Captain America. Because I know motherfuckers wouldn't be complaining if Bucky was. And I know he doesn't have the super serum power, but show the fuck up, watch the movie. If you didn't like it, cool, you didn't like it. Stop just being mad about who the character is played by. This isn't a situation of like some fucking race swapping shit. It's literally different characters. In the comics, Captain America goes to Sam Wilson. Sorry, not Sam Smith. Sam Wilson. Ironheart is a different character. She's not replacing Tony Stark. She's a new... Tony Stark's fucking dead. Another person in the fucking world can think of how to build a suit. She built a suit. Let's watch her cook. At least watch the motherfucker before you say it was trash. This shit is just dropping and getting review bombed on Rotten Tomatoes before humanly possible to watch all 3 episodes. Please stop. I don't know why I'm asking, but racists are going to be fucking racist. Assholes are going to be assholes. But I guess rather than me say please stop, let me just say from the bottom of my heart, fuck you too. Now, on to an arguably more serious one. My second, all due disrespect. People who like IPAs.
What?
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
You're calling me
I'm
out.
talking to you, bro. Fuck IPAs. Those motherfuckers taste like dirt. They smell like dirt. They're one of the worst fucking creations to ever be fucking made. And what bothers me about people who like IPAs, you can't like the IPA in peace. No, you gotta always tell me, there's one out there for everyone. You just haven't found your IPA yet. How about you go find a fuck you? That's what I gotta say about you. They're all bad. Every IPA I've had has tasted and smelled like literal, not dirt as in like trash, like the actual dirt. Fuck IPAs and fuck you motherfuckers who like them. All due disrespect.
Can I have a moment for rebuttal?
Go for it.
Your Honor.
Go for it.
No, I honestly, I don't have much defense. All I thought was, oh shit, I have been that guy. Because I can think back to my boy Pete. Shout out Pete. Hopefully he's watching. I know you subscribed. You better be watching. I literally was like, yo, try this IPA because it doesn't taste like other IPAs. And you're going to like it. And he drank like 3 sips of it. And then he came back up to me at the party and he was like, bro, can you take this? He couldn't finish. He's like, it's too much. I'm like, damn, bro, this shit's juice. Like, I don't know. It's an acquired taste. Shout out to my father-in-law for putting me through the hazing of learning how to like IPAs. For better or worse, now I drink 7% beers.
Motherfuckers talk about fucking IPAs.
I eat my beer. I don't drink it. I chew it.
People talk about IPAs like boyfriends talk to their girlfriends about trying anal. Just give it a chance. You might like it. Spoiler alert.
That's so true.
Spoiler alert. It's not good.
You only have to do it once a year. You only have to do it on my birthday.
IPAs are fucking awful. And everybody thinks that their IPA is going to be the one. Oh, I guarantee you're going to like this one. Guess what?
This one's going to be...
Tried fucking 30 of them. They all taste like dirt. They all smell like dirt. I hate them.
I'll send you one. Don't worry.
But there's no other... I've never met any other alcohol drinkers that are like, other than like the drunk person that just wants everyone to get drunk no matter what they're drinking. Oh yeah, have a drink. No one else gives a fuck about what everyone's drinking except IPA drinkers. They need you to like IPAs.
No, that's the thing. That's I guess where I differ. I want you to try it once. Like it's like Brussels
But
sprouts.
I can tell
like
you that
if you
it's
had
not,
it made by the right person, you got to try it once. If you don't like it, I understand.
I can tell you that IPAs aren't good though. I've tried enough to know that they're not good. You know what? IPA drinkers are the Jehovah's Witness of alcohol.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers will.
Yeah, we show up on your doorstep on Sunday morning.
Try this IPA. Try this IPA. Have you heard about this new IPA? I guarantee you like it.
Lions are playing in 2 hours. Try this IPA.
Your savior is here. Have you heard the word of the IPA? Fuck you. All due disrespect.
All right, I take it.
Let me hear your funny post.
All right, I got one funny post, and it's actually a funny quote. Not to go against Coach Double Dose here, but Kenny Smith was quoted as saying, "Tom Thibodeau would not have played 9 guys in a baseball game."
Yeah, I mean
and there's only 9 guys on the field in a baseball game.
It's not wrong. Absolutely not wrong.
It's not that funny, but it's pretty true.
It's very true. Before I read mine, actually, I want to say I forgot.
IPAs aren't that bad?
No, it's not that. The Knicks, dog. They should have kept Tibbs.
What are they gonna do?
They should have kept Tibbs.
Man.
The East is wide open now. They don't have a good coach, and they are now desperate for their new coach. They're interviewing fucking anybody. Everybody, they couldn't get any of the fucking existing coaches because why would they be able to? But now they're out here trying to interview anybody. The Knicks have fallen to, they're trying to interview Pelicans assistant coaches for their new head coaching job. I've seen what has happened in New Orleans the last few seasons. You're not going to convince me that there's a single person in the state of New Orleans that can do a better job coaching the Knicks than Tom Thibodeau.
Absolutely, 100%. Yeah, I've heard people talking of different teams trying to. I mean, somebody brought up the Heat coach Spoelstra coming over to the Knicks. Why the hell would he leave the bread basket that he's been in for so long?
He's not going there.
No, not at all. He would be a great grab, and even that's the people I want to get on here that we're talking about it. I think it would be an awesome coach for you, but it's not going to happen.
No, and here's the thing. They've gone around from all these different teams trying to beg for their coach.
Exactly.
Everyone has said no. You know why? Because they're quality coaches. If a team,
successful or unsuccessful,
if one of these teams is going to let you interview their coach, you know why? Because he's probably fucking ass. And that's what you're about to have next season. You should probably call Tibbs back and be like, hey, you should read him that letter that Kyle just read the NFL a few minutes ago. I miss you. I need you. And I was wrong.
I can't wait for you to come back, please.
All right.
No, for real. That would be the craziest NBA story in the last decade if Thibodeau got rehired as their head coach.
If they put their pride aside, that'd be the best option they could do. But
absolutely. They're not gonna, because he'd ask for $8 more a year or some shit. But
we'll see if Darvin Ham winds up being the next coach of the Knicks.
Oh my god!
All right,
he couldn't, of course, score 6 points for the Pistons. How's he gonna do that?
My funny post, and then we'll get out of here. From No Context Memes, which is at Weird DALLE. Realizing in 20 years I'll probably be up to the same boomer stuff. Like, no son of mine is marrying an AI chatbot. Marriage is between 2 humans only. And my kids will be like, OMG, Dad, you're so robophobic.
Jesus Christ. Robophobic.
Did you see that story about the person that fell in love with the AI chatbot and then she blocked him?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, she was Megan Fox, so.
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
2025 is up to some weird shit already. We're only in June.
I know it.
All right, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to watch us. We appreciate you guys. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, a like, tell a friend, tell somebody else about the podcast. Tell somebody else about the podcast.
Tell a friend, tell your friend's friend, tell your mama's friend. Everybody needs to know about late entry.
Yeah, tell your mama Double Dose said hi. We're out of here, y'all. Peace.